It's a revolution. It's a revolution.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to bring out a GT6 project drifting episode. So today I'm going to go ahead and tune the Mercedes CL600 for drifting. So we have it right here. It only has 361 brake horsepower, but it does weigh 2 tons, so it makes it a very, very heavy. Has a lot of torque though, because it has a big ass V12 in it, but it's just not very good for drifting as of right now. So let's go ahead, let's buy some stuff for it, and let's make it a little bit better. But first of all, we went through customization, and I decided to choose these Oz wheels right here because I thought that they'd make the car look a little bit more sporty. And then of course I decided to go change the paint job as well. I know it does look very, very different, but it has just like a little bit of a hint of purple in it, and I think it looks really, really good. Now let's move on to the setup. Now here's the setup up on the screen. Of course we decided to go with some comfort hard tires, and of course we improved the horsepower and stuff like that. So now it rocks a 630 brake horsepower, and it only weighs 1,451 kilos. By the way, there's the suspension setup right there. I think further on in the video, once I was on the track, I ended up changing the toe at the front to literally on 0, but everything else I pretty much left the way you guys see it right now in the video. So I think I was alright with the suspension setup that I had there, and then I went on the track, and like I said, I decided to change it. Now in the drivetrain and the transmission, I decided to bring it to around 270 kilometers an hour. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Of course, the differential I decided to lock. Power, I gave it as much as I possibly could without adding NOS to it. So of course it has 630 brake horsepower, and then I made the car pretty much as light as possible by bringing it down to 1,451 kilos. But that's pretty much all I've done. There's nothing really else that I've done there. But like I said, on the track, I decided to like mess around with the toe at the front, and I changed that to pretty much 0 instead of 0.2 that I had it there. But yeah, let's go ahead and show you the lap. Now the Mercedes was actually sort of fun to drive around the track, but it was also a little bit weird because I haven't tuned the car in this game in a really, really long time. I've done like very, very slight tuning to cars that I've already like had done in the game, but I haven't like, you know, pretty much bought a new car and actually done a bunch of tuning to it until now with this Mercedes. Now the only thing I regret about doing on this thing is I should have messed a little bit more with the suspension. I mean, it's easy to drift right now, as you can see. I'll be able to do like a full lap drift easily, and this is coming from me, a person that hasn't played this game for a while, and then, you know, hasn't tuned the car for a while in this game. So it's very, very easy to slide this thing, but I still sort of need to practice a little bit more to get used to the way the physics work in this game, and actually get used to sort of using the wheels to steer a little bit better. You know, when I'm counter steering, I need to sort of get the wheels to either lock or, you know, go just like very, very like small amount from lock. I don't know, I'm trying to explain this as best as possible. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, you'll see it when I go into the, you know, into the replay like mode. You'll see that my wheels sort of twitch a little bit, and I remember back in the day when I used to do, you know, a lot of this game. I used to pretty much play a lot of this game. I basically found a way to sort of, you know, reduce that with the suspension setup, and I think I need to go ahead and sort of practice that a little bit more and actually get my wheels to sort of stop twitching. But of course, with a controller, your wheels are going to end up twitching, and you're going to notice. But I figured out the way to get it to twitch less with the suspension setup that I used to put on the cars, and I was basically overall a better drifter back in the day when I used to play this game. So that's probably another reason why I was getting my wheels to like stop twitching. But overall, the car is actually pretty fun to drive. I thought it was a little bit underpowered at first, but then I got like used to it after driving around like a couple of laps, and it was really easy to do like a full lap drift. Then I was able to do like 2 or 3 of them in a row. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty much a decent car for a project drifting episode. So I decided to bring it up for you guys, and yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the smoke show that I'm leaving behind right now. I love the smoke in Gran Turismo. I hope they keep it in the next Gran Turismo as well. I really do, because the smoke just makes this thing just like so good for drifting. I love the smoke in this game. It's just amazing. It can't even compare to Forza smoke or any other you know, racing simulator game or anything. I think this definitely has the best like smoke in the game. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, of course, give it a dislike. But for now, thank you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you've enjoyed an episode of my Gran Turismo 6 project drifting. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Goodbye.